Hello everyone. Well, it's been a couple of days and now I'm going to talk about gold. First of all, I'm going to talk about a new FN. For UK users who are interested in stock market prices, we've got free level 2 order book, which costs 30, 40, 50 pounds a month most other places. In fact, everybody charges quite a lot for it. It's free on a new FN. And we've also got free real time, all day, uncontended, as much as you could like, all you can eat, etc, etc. So anyway, UK guys, go check out a new FN. Anyway, that message is over. Let's get back to gold. So here we are. We had that pullback. Everybody went, oh no, oh no. And I can understand that. I've got quite a lot of gold, to say the least. And I was going, oh no, as well. But in these situations, the thing you have to work out first is, what call do you have to make? Now for me, as you may have seen in my members only video, there's an idea about repricing. So gold has repriced. It's gone up like a rocket, it's hit a limit, and now it's repriced. And it's kind of hovering. That's the way to look at it. And if you looked at Bitcoin, it's hovered for pretty much a whole year. And it can hover for a long time for gold too. But the decision is, are we halfway there? Are we the whole way there? And what is the repricing limit we're at? And how do we know if it's broken out? Because if it breaks down, it will go down quite a lot. I mean, it could go down to like $3,200, which should be very sad. If it breaks up, it could go up quite a lot. It could go up to, say, 5,000. And here's a picture of that right now. That's really the only decision that you have to make is, are we halfway up this move or are we the whole way? Now, I look at it like this. And here's another chart, by the way, that would show the repricing sideways ranges that we would be in if we're in a repricing equilibrium that might go on for some time. So this is the range which, if it goes through the top of that, you'd be thinking it's on its way either up to 5,000 like that previous chart, or down a long way. So this is the range, and as you see, the last range is very similar, and it would be because that's the mechanics of the market itself. But anyway, back to where we are right now. So what's the dynamic? What is making gold go up? Now, a lot of people say it's the death of the dollar, inflation and all that good stuff. But, there's always been inflation. The dollar's always been dying, according to the pundits. It's not dead yet. In fact, it's worse. It's really, really strong. I wouldn't say it's worse, but you know what I'm saying. The dollar is not weak. The dollar is not dying. The dollar is strong. And people say things like, oh, well, the BRICS are going to have their own currency, which, I don't know, it shows to me a complete lack of a clue. Let's look at BRICS. Brazil, would you want to hold that currency? I don't think so. Russia, would you like to hold that currency? I don't think so. India, not a currency noted for its stability. China, well, that's another matter. So you could say, is the dollar going to die to be taken over by the renminbi, yuan, or whatever you want to call it? Well, the simple answer is no. The Chinese currency is not going to take over for the dollar in the near term because they don't want it to. The moment you are the reserve currency is the moment you've got to have a trade deficit, because the whole point is you export your money to the rest of the world and it becomes the money that everybody uses, which has its benefits. But if that means running a trade deficit for years and years and years, it also means going bust. Well, you're seeing that going on in the US right now. Why is it up the creek? Well, it's run a massive trade deficit for decades. And of course, that's the same as spending more money than you earn. Well, you could say they're not spending more money than they earn in the US because they're printing confetti and that fills up the hole. Well, you can't keep doing that forever, can you? And funny enough, here we are. And that's why tariffs are happening, etc, etc, etc. There is no replacement currency for the dollar. And if there was, it would be the euro. And if I suggested it was going to be the euro, most people watching this video would burst out laughing, even though it's not such a silly idea. But yes, it ain't never going to happen. So the dollar's not going to die. So why is gold going up like it's going up like a rocket? Well, I keep saying it, and I'll keep saying it. Gold is for war. Trump did a deal with China. We're going to get rare earths, so they say. Oh, whoops. A few days ago, China said, yeah, you're going to get rare earth, but not for military usage. So the Secretary of Defense, oh, whoops, the Secretary of War, what's he got to say about that? Anyway, so gold is for war. And what has changed in that picture? Well, the mess the terrible, terrible mess. I mean, that's words are not strong enough for what's going on in Ukraine. That's not looking like it's coming to any sort of conclusion. America versus China, well, that's not looking like it's coming to any conclusion. You know, it's going to be initially, at least, and hopefully will stay there, a AI war. So it's going to be a kind of Cold War and an AI war. And you can see that everywhere you look, Trump's going to be spending untold billions building nuclear power. Why are you building nuclear power, Donald? Oh, you need nuclear power for AI, don't you, boys and girls? Yes, yes, and all that stuff. So the conflict is on. It's not going away. It's not going to get any less tense. It's only going to get tenser. So if you agree with that, that says gold can only go up, or at the very worst, go sideways. This chart, which you saw a little earlier, is what I'm expecting to happen next. It will break out of this range and it will go to near 5,000, and that'll happen sometime sooner or later. So that's my position, but you know, it's not fate, it's not advice, it's my opinion, and it should be very much raw material for your own thinking. So my idea is gold is for war. The world keeps proving that to be a good thesis. It's only going to get tenser. That means gold is going to go up. Now remember, the key date is 2027, but you have to bear in mind that the market thinks ahead of time. It's not thinking of today when you see the price of gold, it's thinking about a year out. So November 2026. So actually, we're grinding towards the 2027 feared date quite quickly. But even so, you could imagine that there'll be at least another year of bull market. And then, of course, who knows what happens next. So we've got many months of upward pressure on gold. That's my take. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. It'd be nice if you subscribe. It'd be nice if you like. It'd be nice if you share. It'd be nice if you comment and all that good stuff. And I'll be back soon. And if anything crops up before then, I will be back sooner. See you. Bye now.